Test, test, test. Hey everybody, it's Jada on piano, where we make music make sense. And we are back for episode 7 of Transcription Live. And can't believe it, we've been here 7 weeks, you guys. We've got a part 2 rocking with us today because we just didn't get enough of last week at all. Yeah, it was just it was just much too short, especially for this to be a 20-minute video, and it's chock full of things that we could be learning from. So Chris is checking in. He's saying, hey Chris, nice to have you back. If you love it, go ahead and share with some of your friends that you think might benefit too. We getting started in a few minutes. Let me go ahead and hit this track so that those coming in the room can get a flavor of what we're doing. And I'm going to share this out myself a little bit. Let's see. Okay, that should be a good volume. All right, we're going to let that play a little bit. Can't go further because I know we're not even going to get close to that far, but you see why I want to learn this whole thing. There's just so much in that. We're way back over here. Let's run that back, get that again one more time, and then start right up because it's 8:05. Can you guys hear me pretty good in the mic? there. Okay, that's what I'm here for. That move, I hope I get to it. We're way over at about what is it? Almost 2 minutes. Okay, let's see how far we can get with this today, guys. If you remember, last week I stopped here, and because there's so much of this and I didn't get to a lot, I wanted to start on this song right here. I think this is where we start, right here, right on that part. So if you want to get all that beginning, last week I had rain and a lot of other things, but all the content is there. If you want the whole beginning, part 1, go ahead and watch the other video. Not right now, because we're live. We're doing this now. Now, I want to explain to you really super quick before I jump in. When I'm doing these transcription videos, I have not gone through them as far as, pick them out on the piano and sit with it on the piano and then come teach it. What I'm doing is really, I've listened to this track. I really have listened to it several times because I really like it, but I have not sat with it at all, other than what you saw me work through last week. I didn't even continue working on it after I got done with last week's lesson. So it's still fresh. It's still just like you would be learning an environment that you would be, or similar to what you would do if you're picking up a video. Maybe you've had a chance to listen to it several times, and then you go and you're working through transcribing what it is. So that's what we're doing every week, taking a video and working through it. Here we go. We're jumping in. We're at about right around the 30-second mark. Let's see how far we can get. Okay, right here. Now, if I remember, did we change keys? No, we're in A flat. Right, we're in A flat. Now, we talked about that last week, so I'm going to keep going, but I will give you the scale again so we can refresh. A flat major. So 1, the numbers are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and back to the 1. Okay, that was our number system for A flat. But then let's go ahead and put the chords with it, and I'm gonna go ahead and put the 7ths on them as well, and give you bass note down here. So we've got the major 7 is the 1 chord, minor 7 is the 2 chord, and let me fix this a little better. Hopefully, yep. Okay, sorry about that. Let's try it again. That's the major 7, 1 chord. Minor 7 is the 2 chord. The minor 7, C minor 7 is the 3 chord. The D flat minor, or major 7, I'm sorry, is the 4 chord. E flat dominant. Notice how it doesn't say major or minor. It just says E flat 7. That means it's a dominant chord. F minor 7. G, this is half diminished, but also better known as the minor 7 flat 5, because it's not here, it's here. The flat 5, and then back to the 1. So that's our scale for A flat. So we know what we're expecting as we're going through this. This is starting through the second verse, I do believe. Let me see if I can adjust this just a little bit. There we go. There we go. Okay, now let's jump in. I think the first note, remember, sometimes we have to hum if we need to grab a note or two. And I need to go back because I'm all the way in the middle of the phrase without getting the beginning of it. Okay, here we go. Let's grab it. Now, I don't know if I've ever said this before, but one of the things that we're also trying to do is we're hitting the note, but we're trying to get the exact octave it is in as well. So we're not up here. See that? We're not doing all of that. We want to get the right one. He's right there in the middle. Okay. So that one note, of course, that's easy, but let's keep going. Okay. So remember, we're searching for the bass note and the melody notes so we can fit all of the chords in between those of that range of notes. So what I'm hearing, and if you know the song Because He Lives, it'll be even easier because he's got a lot of that melody in the top. So let's go with it. Since that was the first note going back in, that's what we've got as far as the melody. I hummed it, but again, if you know the melody, it would be easy to pull that part out. But if you didn't, you would find those notes. Sometimes people find it easier going with their middle C, and they can go from there. But let's get that much of it. We need those chords. Here we go. Now, we also talked about, here's something that it may help you. We know we're going to, well, a lot of times I should say at the beginning of phrases, I don't know if I've mentioned this, but there's a thing called a cadence. A cadence would be where you're coming to a stopping point, whether it's a middle stopping point or whether it's an ending stopping point. If it's a middle stopping point, it would be a half cadence. If it's an ending stopping point, it would be a whole cadence, or a perfect cadence is actually what it's called. And so a half cadence ends on the 5, and a full cadence or a perfect cadence ends back on the 1. So if you're on the full cadence, a lot of times you feel like you're at the end of the song, but half cadence lets you know, okay, the 1 chord is probably coming again. Well, for it to be half and complete, it needs to be on that 5 chord, okay? And we just talked about this. The 5 chord is right there on the E flat. So we were on, and I'm going to go because I'm teaching you this part. This is what I'm hearing, but not there. He hit this singly, and he went this. Okay, now we got to fill in the chord, right? So we've got our half cadence before we hit any other notes, and we got our melody note, and we've got our bass note. Now remember, the chord was here. That's all the notes that we need for the dominant chord. This is still a dominant chord. So let's see what else we need. We have these two, and this is our melody, but it's not even in that chord. So let's see what we can do. I got this in and nothing else. Well, what are the most important notes of the chord? This is important because it's the 3rd. We already have the root. This is not as important because it's a support note. We could use it whether the chord was major or minor. We'd still have that 5th, so it's more there for strength and support. So not as important, but it could be there. We need this, and for it to be a dominant chord, we definitely need that. So we definitely need these 2 notes in this chord. Let's see. Now, even just looking at what we have right here, if this is the top and this is the bottom, G can only go here, one of these 2 places, and then also our 7th, look at this, it makes it easy. It can only go here, but if we put this in, it can go here or here. But see, listen to what we're hearing. If we put it here, could be. If we put it here, we would have to hear that sound. You see what I'm saying? See how close that is together? And I don't think we heard that distance. I didn't hear that. But we only have one option. So we know this is probably going right here. Now we still got to place this in here or here. So are we hearing this, or are we hearing this? Is it real deep and muddy, or is it a little clearer? See, these are little context clues you can use when you know the chord type. What you need, we know we need a 5, and we're going back to the 1. Okay, we're getting something, so let's see what we've got. Let's see if that's it. That was a lot of talking there, but I wanted to explain that cadence to you. Here we go. Let's see if we can match it. Now, I played with it, and I was kind of overpowering, but I think that's mostly right. Let's see. actually might hear that B flat up top. You hear how I'm listening to the sound of that? We're learning new voicings. Oh, I went way back. Okay. And really, now I'm hearing something else. As I keep going, now I'm hearing the suspension in it. So I feel like I hear an A flat in there. If the A flat is there, it's going to act like the pedal tone for the 5. But let's see if that's what we've got. Okay. 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 Hold on, y'all. Let me see. Make sure. Okay. And then we've got dun, and then we're going back here, remember? So we've got that and this. Let's go with that. But then, since we said it was a suspension or a pedal tone, either way you want to look at it, because we're expecting that to move there. But we also know this is our new melody note. So, well, look what we have. It's still on our 5 of our E flat. So, see how that gives us 2 nice chords instead of just going here. We went with the melody. Now let's see if that's right. I know we're going kind of slow, but we gotta be thorough. We might even move. Did you hear that? Still the same thing. It's the E flat, but the bass note move. So we've learned 2 new voicings here. Grab my pedal. I'm sorry. Acting like it doesn't exist right now. It's one or the other. I'm about to move on because we need to get more. I like the G for that, and it gives us some forward motion. So you can do 3 different things if you had to play this 3 times. Watch that. That's me playing the chord. I don't know what he's getting ready to play next, but we can do that, or we can do what he just did. See the movement pushing us, still using the same notes in the chord, but different inversion. Now let's keep going. That was rich. Let's see. And we know what the top note is. He made it even darker. You heard? This is a bit brighter. He went diminished with it. Still the leading tone. I like it. Leading tone. This G is leading us to the A flat. We need that chord though. Oh, I'm missing it. Sorry. Let's grab the chord. And here's the bass note I'm hearing. Dun, but I heard an octave lower. I remember I can't sing that low. So dun. Now remember, we always want to, if we can't find anything else, go ahead and start on that C and walk it. Dun. Now remember I said I'm hearing it lower, so it needs to be here. Could even be lower. So he's doing let's check the positioning to see which one that is, and now we can get the rest of the chord in there. Now what is this? Remember we just talked about this being a leading tone to A flat. Well, look look what's missing. We don't have an A flat anywhere in here yet, so it's going to be here, or both. Let's see what we get. That's what we're anticipating, because we did our 5. We kept pushing it forward. Notice how, and I don't just want that to be like, oh, he's just choosing random chords. Notice how see this chord? If I take the E flat off, see that? E flat completely contains that G diminished. Why can't we use a chord that has the same function? So if he led with, we were here, and this, instead of staying on it, we can do that, or we can give it a different feel by giving it that fully diminished, different sound, but same function. Different sound, same function, okay? Darker. See that? And then now we need this. Now I'm banking on this chord right here because it's real open. And it was dark. I really am banking on this. This is what I'm hoping it is as we get ready to listen again. Because it had this, but I felt like it had some strength. We need your A flat in there. I wanted some strength with that C, which is the third of the chord. And then if I go ahead and put this in there, that's just adding the 2. That's what I'm banking on. Let's see if that is all there. I might not be hearing this one. So let's try all that. Either one. You could play either one of those and both of them work. So we're close. I'm 99%. Either add this for extra strength, don't add it. It's still the exact same thing. See that? So you got choices there. If you have small hands, go there. If you have larger hands, go there. Or, you can do that too. Okay, now we get juicy really quick. Oh, hold on. Went back too far. Sorry. Oh. So he almost leaned into that 2 a little more. Did you hear that emphasize? Anybody hear that besides me? Tough to get that little piece of technique. I want that though because it gave us such feeling. So yeah, it was just, that was easy because we had one note. So one quick note. Notice how we had a single note here, and then we just had that single note that we ended on. You know, when people are playing basketball, I don't know if I can fit this in the camera, so I'm gonna lean back. But when people go up for their shot, sorry, I'm not right-handed, I'm left-handed. So when they go up for the shot, you see them shoot like this, right? But if they let the ball go right here, and then there's no follow-through, right? You're holding it, you got your hand on the side of the ball, and then if they're doing this, they're coming back and they're going down, their hand pushes through, specifically their finger pointing through. That's the follow through, right? I'm using that same type of analogy. When you hear better musicians, they're connecting their movements. So we could do this, right? That was there, but he did this. See that? Hear how much smoother all that was because he followed through. Don't just get to your chord and end it. Now this isn't really talking about scales and all that kind of stuff, but we're going to stick with the scale that we're already using because it's a part of our melody. Let me get this mic back in position. But if we are using our scale, let's try to follow through our chords and connect to other chords with either leading tones to the chords or scale tones of the chord. And if I've never mentioned, I just said it really briefly, but each one of those notes that's in the scale has a title. And the note that is the last one, which would be the 7, technically, it is the leading tone. So it would be tonic, submediate, mediant, subdominant, dominant, subtonic, and what I just say, leading tone. So all of these notes have their own process in the thing. Well, the leading tone wants to push you to the tonic. So every single note has its leading tone. If I'm looking to get to the D, the note right before it will lead me to get to it. If I'm on the F, or I'm looking to get to the F, the note right before the F would be the leading tone. If I'm looking to get to the B, somebody answer me in the chat. I see you guys there. If I'm looking to get to the B, what would the leading tone be? And you can answer me inharmonically or the correct answer. So I'm looking for one of 2 answers really quick. Let's see if anybody's got it as we went through that really quick. Let's see. I'll give you a couple more seconds here. I know we have a little bit of delay, so you guys could have already answered and I haven't seen it yet. We're looking to get to this note. Anybody? Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. The leading tone of this B would be either, you call this either the B flat or the A sharp. Okay, same thing. Every single note has a leading tone. So we're going here. And that's also, notice how when I said this leads us, that third of the chord leads us right here. That's why it's so good. So we're following through using these chord tones or leading tones, whatever note you're going to. We can use the leading tone to get the melody note. So let's see where we go. Because he followed through. Let's see. And now we're getting juicy. Now, I hear the E flat on the top, but I also hear that E flat on the bottom again. So we're wide open. We could have a variety of things. Remember, another one of our possibilities is to use the if you're not sure what a chord can be, go back through the chords of the key. So the 1, this has a E flat in it. No E flat. Here's an E flat. No E flat. Here's an E flat. Here's an E flat. And here, no E flat. So it could be this chord, this chord, this chord, or this chord, right? So first, I would like to see if it's the one, since our bass note is right here. That is my first choice, which means I need to fit everything in. Again, I need my G's. I need all of this, and this is the only place I can put the 7, so it's probably here, because we know we've already talked about this being the 5. And then the 3 would sound better here as opposed to there, but we'll see. And then let's see if there's anything else in there. So this is what our shell is right now. Okay. I jumped so quick. I was so excited to get to it. I was hearing all of this. So, my hand just wanted to go to that. So I made that even thicker by putting that other A flat in. So, that's what I'm getting right there. Let's keep going. Okay. And then this is what I hear. Oh. So I'm hearing. Let's see if that's right. I heard that melody sticking out first. Okay, let's get some bass notes in there. I was just checking to see if I had that first chord right. See, and that's why I was checking it. I was feeling the E flat at first, and that's what I fully heard. See, guys, I told you I do not study this before, but this is what I anticipated. I'm hearing all of this chord up here, but watch, there's another bass note that can go with that, and that's why I hit it, because it was like, hold on, there might be more to this. And there was a key note which changes everything. So here, that's the E flat 13, no 9. But here, we've got an F minor 9. Now that thing about the function, these have different sounds, but they are, and I hesitate to say it in this instance because they're two different chord types, but they are giving us, they're different sounds, but they're giving us, I want to say they're giving us the same sound, but that's going to confuse you. But I also don't want to say they're the same function, because this is a dominant chord, whereas this is a minor chord, and this is a subdominant chord, and this is a dominant chord. So I don't want you to get too caught up, but take me loosely right now. This is the same sound, but it's being used for the same purpose. How about that? How about that? Used for the same purpose, not the same function. Okay. And that gives me a clue. When I went here, now we know this, that's what we're looking for, right? Now, when I go here, I'm expecting to treat this like a, our circle of fifths move is the F likes to move to the B flat. So that's the thing, next thing I'm expecting, and I'm expecting all of this. Let's see if we can get that and what's in between it. Let's see if we're right, because we don't want to think too quick. And here's something important while you re-listen, because first time I thought that, but it's like, that's not right. And sometimes as you're listening to these albums and these records, the frequencies you're hearing, and I do have my headphones in because that makes it easier, but you might miss these lower ones and think, oh, I got it. If your bass player is hitting this, and instead, like, you got this chord going on, that's great, but it's gonna feel different going here than here. See? Well, when we get the whole thing, let's see what it's gonna play out, and I'll play both of those so you can hear the difference of that. But let's get that second chord. Okay. Okay, these are outer. I don't know what notes you heard. I have thoughts. I want to get that weird note that's sticking out first. Let me see if I can hum it. That's what I'm trying to hum. I think I'm flat. I think that's what I'm. Let's hit that, because that's the one that's really sticking out. Did you guys hear that one? Okay, we got that. Now there's another one that's in there, and because I'm hitting this, now I have thoughts. Okay, there's two things that I'm thinking. First of all, I want to make this because I identified this as a minor chord, I want to make this a dominant chord. Now for me to make this B flat dominant, B flat dominant is not diatonic to the key, but if we know our dominant chords, we know that we need the fifth. Well, we know we need the major third, we know that we need the fifth, and then we know we need the minor seventh. Now you know me, I want to take that third out. Okay, we've already got this. So right here, it's not giving me the full chord yet. I don't know why. It should, but this is a B flat with this is the sharp 11 right here, and this is the 13, and it's being stubborn. It doesn't want to tell me. That's wild. It's giving me a whole different thing. Okay, It's telling me G minor. That's wild. Let's add another note and see if that helps. And I'm gonna tell you what note. Oh, let's see if we can hear it. If it's apparent, I want you to hear it too. Remember, this is about you guys learning. Oh, I didn't get there. Okay, that's what I'm hearing. And let me trusty rusty slow that down. You know, that's always an option because I want you to hear the movement instead of me just giving you all the goodness. This is about everybody building their ear. Yep, it's there. Now, we've gotten this much. I really want to fill it up like this. We're going to take it like this for the moment. Now, because I've gone here and here, I'm expecting this. This would, if I did a 2-5, if I treated this like a 2, and this like a 5, I'm expecting to go to here. Let's see what happens. And then we know we need this. So let's see what we can put in there. We're anticipating because this would be our key, but let's see if that's right. Now I have thoughts. I think I heard something else, but that I want to show you what we're anticipating because we already have those notes. So let me play it with it really if I can. Let's see if I can do it with speed. Did you hear how that was wrong? That's what we expected, but that's not right, okay? Let's change that third. This is what needs to happen right here. And I kind of gave it away. We didn't. But notice how the third changes everything. Let's do it again. Rich, right? Real rich. Hear that? That's right. This is the key note here. And those are just in as extra support, right? Sorry. We got that. Now, before I even go, let's keep going. Sorry, I will hit that in a second. There's our root. See that? Let's get to part of the rest of the phrase. And then I heard I'm hearing that. So we were here, but I'm hearing something else. Because that's not the bass note. I'm hearing both of those. So guess what? And I expect this motion, the fifth. I'm expecting that. So does that sound about right? Let's grab, or let's listen and grab. Okay, I think we're on the right track, but we need it's either this is, I'm expecting this, or this. I think that. Now, why did I just throw that in there? Because that might give it a little support, make it a little stronger. You see that? Hope you guys can hear me really good, because I feel like I'm too soft sometimes. But anyway, let's see if that chord is right. Go back a little bit. There we go. And then we need the melody. little short movement there. It's just a major second up when you should hear those types of things, okay? So we've got right now, where did we start? As we got one more time, because I was doing it wrong. Sorry. Okay, that's what we've got. Dun. Now let's see what happens here. I think this is that one of those little nice parts. Yes, it is. Okay, I remember it. Okay, let me see. See, I'm hearing a leading tone. There's something happening in the left hand too. Notice I show you this you guys this stuff so you know. Okay, so let me do that. I think that's what we're doing. And I just jumped. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. So we're on this chord. This chord, this is, do not get confused. This is the 1 of our key. But in this moment, this is not functioning as the 1 of our key. Look at this chord here. Notice how it says A flat 9 sus 4. So first off, we already know this is a dominant chord. And once again, once we got to this chord, we're expecting this to take us somewhere. Once again, that circle of fifths motion, we're expecting it to go here, and that's where it's going, but this is what the right hand did, but we heard a little extra or something else happening in the left hand. So this time I can do that for the first chord, but since we want to resolve it meaning take that suspension. See, now it's just resolved to the C. This note, we wanted to get to that third because that third wasn't in this chord at all. See that? We really want all this, and that's what happened, but we went this way. But also, oh, sorry. Now, I'm using the tritone of A flat here. I just got the third, the 1, the 3, and the 7. But instead of the darker version, take all that out, make it lighter. You hear that? It's pretty common, but I want you to hear that. You catch that? Now, we're here. Let's see what happens with this. Okay. Dun, dun. See that? If you don't know, you go there. Now, I was hearing this, but I wanted to show you again because that was a big jump. If you can't hear that, this is a interval of a minor sixth. And it doesn't hurt to study these individual intervals, especially for learning your melodies and stuff like that. So we already got that. That would be a minor 6 down, a minor 6 up. Sorry. Woo, sorry. There we go. Minor 6 up. Notice how it's a different note. The difference is the steps. We're on that note 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Watch this. On this note 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Same distance of notes. So we got our, let's see what the chord that goes with it and grab that niceness that happened. I heard that in the left hand. Now let's see what happens. Ooh, wait. Okay. I feel like he's playing a D flat chord almost as straight as possible. Now let's see what he does with it. And then we were here. And then bass note, dun, dun, dun. We're on that F. And let's see what we hear in the top of the chord. So we hear these F's on the outside. Okay, let's see where we're going from there. Okay, let me see. Oh, dun. That's a note I'm hearing sticking out. Don't be afraid. Hum that note that you hear sticking out, because this is improving your ear over time. Okay, dun. Okay, so we got that so far. Let's go back. There's more. I'm sorry. Duh. That's where I'm going. So I'm hearing. Okay. I think there's more. There's a note that I definitely want to add. And a lot of the reason you hear me saying stuff like that, I hear things because I've heard them before, and that's the key here. The more you play, that's why this is important to transcribe. The more you play, the more you recognize stuff you've heard before. So now, because this says F augmented so far, but watch what happens if I add a note. See that? Now it's not an augmented chord so much as, it's dominant, but it's got a sharp 5. And the dominant part is the most important part. Because again, once we get to a dominant chord, we know it wants to push us to in that circle of fifths motion, or in this case, I keep saying circle of fifths, but if you've ever been on that chart, if you're going around the circle backwards, it moves in fourths. And so the fourth, I don't want to get you confused. It is a fifth motion, but this is the fifth of B flat. But the F is also, or the B flat is also the fourth of F. Those two happen to be interchangeable intervals. The third and sixth, the second and ninth, and the fourth and fifth are the ones that are interchangeable with each other, going up and down. So that's a perfect fifth. Watch this. Perfect fourth. You see that? Same notes. So same thing here. If I hit the B flat here, it's perfect fifth, and that's perfect fourth. It's going by the distance from the bottom note to the top note. See that? So since this one's on the bottom, distance. So as I'm seeing this, I am thinking, okay, this is the fifth of B flat. So I want to make that dominant. Hope y'all are following along with me. Hope you guys are at your keyboards. Here it comes. Hear that? I think it is a little bit more open. I tried a couple of things there to see if it needed some support, but these are clashing too much. But that's nice. Now let's keep going. We already spec the B flat. Oh. really, I think I hear the A flat at the top. Let's check that. That's that little nice little piece. That's just nice. That's what I'm hearing. That's what I hear. I heard that third. Sorry. And then I heard the whole seventh down there. Oh. This is a B flat minor 7, flat 5, also known as half diminished. Well, especially if I put the whole thing in there. Let's see if we hear that D flat. Okay. Okay. I hear the E or the D. I missed the note. I'm sorry. Oh, too far. I hear this, but it might be the same thing. So let's see. That's nasty. So I'm just testing the options because this is outside of I'm gonna, and we might have to even end here, but I want to get another chord or two. I don't want to end like off this phrase like this, but there's a lot to unpack there. Y'all hearing this? I think that's the chord. I'm gonna try to hit it again. And we've done this before. We heard this chord before. Right? We already did that one. So let's grab that. No, forget where we came from. Sorry, these chords like this, y'all, I really like to get as close to right as I can because that's the stuff everybody is looking for improvement. If this wasn't here, it would be giving me just a diminish. But this adds a little bit more crunchiness to it. So one of those two. Let's move on. See, every time I hit that, and we go here. Okay. And then I'll come back and unpack that for the rest. I'm anticipating. You see, I'm anticipating. It's not right. And then I got those two notes, but that's not the bass note, I don't think. Okay, I'm satisfied with that now. Do we hear the diminished? Do we hear dominant? We don't hear either one of those. We definitely hear that D flat in the top because that's the melody. Oh, hold it. Oh gosh. I think that's it. Hold on. That is. Love it. Okay. How they write it down. Okay, finally, we got that. Simple diminished chord. We just jumped up, so nice. Let's keep going. Nice. Now we went here, and I hear this sounds like this is fully diminished. Okay, B flat fully diminished, but then we've got this. But it sounds like the same chord. So I'm going to take all these notes and transfer them down a half step because that's what I'm hearing. And let's test it out first. We were here. Sorry. Let's see. You hear that? That's right. Okay. Where were we at? I didn't hear bass note. Let me grab it. I got just seconds because I want to. Oh, okay. See, now I'm rushing and I'm giving y'all these chords. So let me do that. But that's beautiful. You hear that walk in or lead in? From the F sharp to the G. That's the chord, but instead of just hitting it, he led in. What is this? It's really a B flat chord, but it's dominant. See that? The root is in the top of the chord. So we had now how did I guess this? I mean, I'm hearing the chord and I did hear this D in the bass, but clue with the B flat in the top, and also because this here, remember I talked about leading tones. This chord is a leading tone for B flat all by itself. So even though I'm here, we came from here, but I'm seeing this, oh, leading tone. Oh, there's a B flat in the next chord. Oh, I hear a D down here. let's try for this sound I've heard before, okay? So, and now because I've played the B flat, I'm looking, that's the 2. I'm looking for my 5, and I think we've heard this. We've either heard this or this. It's one or the other. Let's see what we do for that. Oh, it's another sound. This F was sticking out like a sore thumb. See that? That's the E flat 13 sus. It's still a dominant chord. Okay. So I hear that's the chord I want. It's got all the notes of the dominant, they're just spread out differently. I'm hearing what else is in there? There's more there. I want to get back to that other part real quick. See, we ended on another half cadence. But you know what? I'm not going to give you those 4 chords just yet. I might have to come back to this third week, but it's not going to be next week. I got something that I want to show y'all next week, and then we may get back to this song because there's so much here. Now, for the last couple of minutes, because you know we're right at the end of our time here, I want to go back to this right here. Just that part. Where did we get that from? Okay. We know this scale. This note and this note. So we did this. So this note and this note are not in the scale of A flat, right? And that kind of stuff throws people off. Well, this is from one of my favorite scales to pull from, but it's called Mixolydian flat 6. And I'm actually working on something as far as a whole course for that. Ask me about it if you're interested. But anyway, I'm going to drop this in here really quick. I got about another minute. I want to show you the scale. Mixolydian flat 6. If you know your modes, let me play Mixolydian. Mixolydian is just a flat 7 of the major scale. It's the major scale with a flat 7 instead of major 7. Let me say it better. So the 7 is normally here. Instead, it's going to be here. Okay? So that's a Mixolydian scale. And if you need to see it, it looks like this. See how that says A flat Mixolydian? Now let's see if it knows what this next one is. But we also had this in here. So instead of, it says Mixolydian flat 6. So I need the Mixolydian scale, but then I need to flat the 6. 6 is here. Let's go there. And then here. Okay? So it does say it, but it's like hiding from you guys. So it was pretty smart. Let's see if I can get that in there. See, you can barely see it. I can see it on my screen, but it's like I said, it's hiding. I gotta scoot this way over for you to see it. See that? Yeah. So anyway, that is the Mixolydian flat 6 scale. And what happened with it, you see that? And then we went on. And it sets us up nicely for this chord here, because we've already introduced that E, and then we're back. See that? We went right on back to A flat. So just introducing that Mixolydian flat 6 real quick. Real nice movement. What was it? That's all we've got time for, and week number 3. We might do a whole. We might get stuck here because this is so awesome. We at least have to get through Phil's part, but at least we got this real nice piece. Oh, the hardest thing is playing it. Anyway, that's what we've got. If you really enjoy this type of stuff, let your friends know. Tell them to join us next week. I got a special, really cool video. I already know what I'm going to do, and you guys need to come join me next week. You want me to tell you who it is? I'll actually tell you who it is. I'm going to tell you who I'm doing. I'm not telling you what video, but I'm telling you what person. It is, I'm going to do a video by Paris Bowens, which incidentally is the second person who played on this particular challenge. But I'm doing a Paris Bowens video, so come check us out next week. Get some music that's going to make some sense while we're still making some music. So yeah, come back, let your friends know, and I will see you guys next week.